Hey y'all, Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. I hope everybody's doing well. This afternoon I am finalizing the review on the Sig P320 Nitron. Full size, striker fired, polymer receiver, 9mm handgun. Man, that's a mouthful, ain't it? Anyway, to answer your first question, yes. The drop issue has been addressed and corrected. When I got the pistol, one of the first things I did, I inserted an empty case into the magazine, but it was primed. Rode the slide home, took a gunsmith and hammer, beat on it to the rear a little bit to see if it would set that primer off. No problem on that. I did drop it a little bit, maybe accidentally on purpose, to see if it would strike that primer, and didn't have any issues. Myself, several of my friends, we've really spent a lot of time running this gun, got in excess of 600 rounds down range, and that is a myriad of different ball range type ammunition, as well as a really good cross section of defensive ammunition. And I can tell you this 100% without a doubt, not a single malfunction throughout the review whatsoever. The gun has run 100%. Right after I got it, I ran several mags through it, determined yes, it was reliable. I called the good folks at Next Holster. I had to send me a leather Guardian, and then I immediately started carrying this gun. So except for the first about week since I've had it, I've carried it every day as my concealed handgun. Yes, it is a duty size gun. It's got a little bit of size to it, but if you get a good holster that'll hold it tight to the body, and you kind of just plan ahead a little bit, this can easily be carried as your concealed handgun. Factory standard capacity, 17 rounds, which, hey, that's good to go, but Sig offers an optional magazine, 21 rounds. And in my mind, this is an ideal spare bag. You can carry your mag carry, your back pocket, what have you, because I do believe it was Jerry Michelet that said the only time you ever have too much ammunition is if you're on fire or you're swimming. I probably screwed that up a little bit, but still, you get the point. My apologies, Jerry. You can see the magazine out, chamber's clear. I'm gonna ride the slide home. Starting here at the top, it is running a 3-dot night sight system. Rear sight is adjustable for windage. If you drifted one way or the other, front sight here dovetailed in the top of the slide. The slide does have right much real estate, and you do have a forward and rear cocking separations. Coming out here to the bottom, you do see a Picatinny accessory rail, which has become pretty standard, and I think that's just fine, because any gun that you're going to use for anything other than standing in square range and punching holes in paper probably does need to have an accessory rail on it, especially if it's going to be for home or self-defense. Coming out here to the trigger, trigger's a little weird. Trigger's a little weird. It took me a little bit to get used to it, especially dry firing it. It's got right much take up. He said it's good. Now it's breaking clean at about 7 pounds. But once I got some live fire behind it and got a few magazines down range, I began to get used to the trigger, and I actually come to appreciate it. Coming out here to the grip module, this is what this is called. I'll touch on that here in just a bit. Front strap, rear strap, both panel areas are nicely textured, incorporating this beaver tail. You got a magazine release where you expect to see it, and you do have an ambidextrous slide release, slide stop that you want to use it. Now, some people like to use it as a slide stop, slide release. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this particular handgun when I got it, especially with some of the stuff begin to circulate online. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to put that out. I'm going to focus on what I can know, what I can learn, and what I can see, and go from there. Now, there is also something else that's pretty cool about this particular handgun, and I'm going to need to field strip it to show you. So field stripping is easy. Just lock the slide to the rear, as again, we know she's unloaded and clear. You got the takedown lever, you just kind of rotate that. Slide comes off. You got your recoil spring, barrel, boom, good to go. If you take the takedown lever all the way out, and it just pulls right out, this piece is the pistol. This is what's serial numbered, right? So this is your handgun. What does that mean? Well, a couple different things. This is the grip module you heard me speak about a little bit earlier. You can order different sizes and different colors of these from Sig. If you decide you wanted to change calibers, oh, I want a P320 in a little bit different size or a little bit different caliber, you don't have to go buy a whole new pistol. Here you go. You got your, what I would call trigger group, what they're calling handgun, serial number part. ATF considers this a firearm. You can actually buy a conversion kit. The conversion kit from Sig is going to come with slide, barrel, recoil spring, grip module, and magazine. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to have a lot of this information on rangehot.com, the written article, links to the Sig website and all that. Jump over to rangehot.com, check out my article. Well, I'm going to have all the different ammunition that we shot through the gun, the groups we shot out at 25 yards, how they printed, links to the caliber conversions, the grip modules, all that sort of stuff. Now it does come in a, your standard black clamshell case. Sig is good enough to send you a paddle hard plastics holster, and I mean, it works, it's functional, but in my mind this is a get you by till you can get something. Accuracy on this gun was fine. I mean, it was no problem getting 2-inch 3-shot groups at 25 yards from a rest. I was in the Marine Corps at the time I was there. The issued sidearm was the Beretta M9, which is the 92 FS. I'm not really a fan of that particular handgun. If you are, that's fine. I'm not bashing it. Don't freak out like people tend to do. Personally speaking, was not my favorite. This, however, I do like a lot, and I can certainly understand, at least from a functionality, ergonomic, shootability standpoint, why the Army would have picked this over the Beretta M9, even the updated version. Now, I also know that this beat out Glock. I'm a fan of Glock. Got several of their handguns having any trouble with that. So as far as that controversy, I'm not getting involved. I don't have an opinion, and even if I did, it wouldn't matter because I ain't got no cat in that fight. I really appreciate you watching the videos, reading articles. Let me know what you think. I always appreciate feedback, good and bad. So thank you so much. I want to continue to try to keep improving the videos and the articles so people will continue to read and watch, because that's what I need. I really appreciate that. Anyway, that's about it. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to seeing you at the range.